In the year 2325, Earth was dying. The air was thin, the oceans were rising, and wars had made the land empty and broken. Humans needed a new home. That's when the United Earth Alliance launched a special project, Project Hope. The mission was simple: send one big colony ship into deep space, far away from the chaos. This ship was called the Hope Carrier. It was the largest space colony ship ever built. It carried 5,000 humans, engineers, doctors, scientists, children, and families. They had everything needed to start a new life on a new planet. The ship was full of hope, dreams, and courage. But then it vanished. Just 3 months into its journey, all contact was lost. No signals, no distress calls, nothing. Earth tried to search, but deep space is big and dark. After 2 years of silence, they stopped looking. The mission was marked as lost. Families mourned. The world moved on 80 years later. In a quiet lab on Mars, a young communication officer named Ayla picks up a strange signal. At first, she thinks it's static, but after cleaning the noise, a human voice whispers through the speakers. Hope is alive, not safe, help. Ayla freezes. The voice is old, weak, and strange. It's human, but not fully. She calls her commander. They check the data. The signal is coming from an uncharted zone, far beyond known maps. A place where no ships go, but there's no mistake it's coming from. The Hope Carrier. The United Earth Alliance acts quickly. A new mission is launched, a rescue team, small and fast. The ship is named the Arrowhead. Inside are 12 trained explorers. They are not just soldiers. They are diplomats, doctors, linguists, and scientists. Their mission: find out what happened. To Hope Carrier. Bring back survivors, if any. They enter deep space. The journey takes weeks. During the flight, the team reviews old files, logs from Hope Carrier, crew photos, mission plans. They all ask the same question. How did 5,000 people vanish without a trace? On the 23rd day of flight, strange things begin to happen. First, the lights flicker. Then, one crew member hears whispers in her sleep. The AI assistant on board says everything is normal. But the temperature starts dropping, and the walls feel colder than steel. Captain Reyes, the mission leader, writes in his log, "There's something strange out here. Something watching." The Arrowhead finally reaches the edge of the signal. There's a small green planet nearby with a glowing blue atmosphere. Scans show breathable air, but also something strange. Biological signals. Thousands of them. But not just human, mixed. Unknown. They land the ship. The planet looks beautiful, like a rainforest. Tall purple trees, rivers with glowing fish, and a red sun in the sky. Suddenly, a figure appears from the trees. It looks human. But not fully. He has gray skin, large black eyes, and short hair. He wears old human clothes, clearly from the Hope Carrier. He speaks slowly, carefully. "You finally came. We thought you forgot us?" Captain Reyes steps forward, shocked. "Who are you?" The figure smiles sadly. "My name is Kale. I was born here. My mother was human." The team stares in silence. It's not just about survival now. Something bigger has happened here. Kale leads them to a hidden village. It's a mix of human and alien designs. Children run around. Some look human. Others look different. There are murals on the walls showing ships landing, humans meeting tall alien figures, and babies being born. Kale looks at the rescue team. "We did what we had to. We survived. We changed." But not everyone agreed. Captain Reyes asks, "Where's the Hope Carrier?" Kale points at a mountain far away. "It's still here. But it's not the same, but neither are we." As night falls, the rescue team sets up camp. They know this is just the beginning. What happened to the rest of the humans? Who were the aliens they met? Why did they stop sending messages? And what danger still hides in this forest? In the dark, far, in the trees, something watches the camp. Its eyes glow red. It makes no sound, but it remembers the humans. And it is not happy to see them again. It began with a dream. Captain Reyes stood in a white room. There were no walls, no doors, just a strange humming sound and a soft voice whispering, "We didn't die. We changed." He opened his eyes. He was back inside the camp, sweating, heart racing. It wasn't a dream. It was a memory, but not his. The planet was quiet at dawn. Mist covered the purple trees. The rescue team moved cautiously, following Kale, the gray-skinned, black-eyed being who said he was half-human. He walked without fear, barefoot on the strange soil, as if the planet itself welcomed him. Behind him, the team walked in silence. Questions burned in their minds. How did Kale's mother survive? What happened to the original colonists? And most of all, who was the father? Kale led them to an ancient ruin, overgrown with alien vines, glowing with soft green light. The stone walls were tall and curved, covered in carvings. Dr. Lin, the team's historian, gasped. "It's writing. It's not human. It's not even from this galaxy." Kale nodded. "This was here long before we came." They called it the Seed Vault. Inside, they saw hundreds of smooth black pods like giant eggs, all sealed, all silent. Kale placed his hand on one. "These are not weapons. They are messages. Memories." Captain Reyes asked, "Whose memories?" Kale turned slowly. "Mine, my mother's, my father's, and others long gone." He pressed a stone. A nearby pod opened with a soft hiss. Blue mist flowed out, and a holographic image appeared. It was a human woman, blonde, tired, but smiling. Her name was Sarah Dalton, crew member of Hope Carrier. Her voice echoed through the ruin. "If you're hearing this, we didn't crash. We were pulled in. This planet, it's alive. Not just with trees, but with thoughts. They weren't trying to kill us. They were studying us, testing if we were worthy to join them." The team watched in silence as scenes played out. Humans first meeting tall, glowing alien beings. Peaceful communication through touch. Not words. A bond formed, and eventually something more. Some humans rejected the idea. They feared losing our identity. Sarah's voice continued. Others, like me, found something beautiful in the connection. The image flickered. Then Sarah appeared again, holding a baby. Half human, half alien. "This is Kale. He is the future. Not just ours, but theirs too." Suddenly the pod shut down. A loud boom echoed through the trees outside. The rescue team rushed out. Smoke arose from the camp. One of the supply units was on fire. Sergeant Vale shouted, "We're under attack." But there were no attackers. Just strange symbols burned into the dirt. "Leave. Now." Kale looked afraid. For the first time. "They found us." The others. Captain Reyes turned. "Who are they?" Kale whispered. "The ones who never accepted peace. The ones who want only pure blood. Pure power. They are human. But they are not like you anymore." The team realized the truth. Not all survivors of Hope Carrier wanted peace. Some had built their own colony, far away, deep underground. There, they had changed too, but into something darker. They saw the hybrids as abominations, mistakes, and they had waited for years for someone from Earth to return. Night fell again. The forest seemed to breathe. As the team packed their damaged gear. Kale showed them a cave hidden under the ruins. Inside was an old metal panel. Clearly from the Hope Carrier. He pressed a code. Ground trembled. A deep stairway opened, going far below the surface. Kale looked at Captain Reyes. "You came for answers. The real truth is down there. But you may not like what you find. What do you do when the enemy has your face?" That question echoed in Captain Reyes' mind as they walked deeper underground. The stairway into the old tunnels was long, cold, and silent. The walls were a mix of alien rock and rusted human steel, like two worlds stitched together. No one spoke. Even Kale, the half-human guide, seemed nervous now. After what felt like hours, they reached a giant chamber. In the center was the broken core of the original ship, Hope Carrier, buried beneath stone and time. Vines wrapped around its body, like the planet was trying to swallow it. Lights flickered inside. The ship was still partially alive. Kale touched the door. It opened with a deep groan. They entered. Inside, the halls were empty but full of echoes. Old messages blinked unbroken. Screens. Warning. Unauthorized genetic mixing detected. Crew compliance level, 61%. Captain Reyes whispered, "What the hell happened here?" Kale turned to him slowly. "They tried to control love with rules. It didn't work." Flashback scene, told through logs and Kale's narration. After crash landing, the surviving humans split into two groups. One group, led by Commander Sarah Dalton, believed in peace, survival, and adaptation. They built bonds with the native alien race. The second group believed it was wrong, a betrayal of humanity. They were called the Purists. The Purists went underground, taking weapons, tech, and control of a backup AI system. They began to experiment, trying to keep human DNA pure using clones and artificial wombs. They believed hybrids were a threat, not just biologically. But spiritually, Dot back in the present Kale leads the team to a sealed lab. Inside are old stasis pods. Some are empty. One is still active. Captain Reyes approaches it. A pale figure floats inside. A man with silver eyes and a breathing mask. Kale's voice cracks. That's him. The one who started the Purists. His name was Dr. Elias Rand. He's my grandfather. Suddenly the pod lights flash red. The figure inside opens his eyes. He doesn't panic. He just stares and smiles. A robotic voice speaks from the wall. Unauthorized presence detected. Purity protocol activated. Sirens. Blare. The floor shakes. Doors behind them slam shut. Kale shouts, "Run! They've locked the system." As they rush out, a hidden wall opens, revealing android soldiers. Built from both human tech and alien bone, their leader's voice booms from a hidden speaker. "You shouldn't have come. This world belongs to the true ones now." A wild chase follows through old tunnels and metal ruins. One team member is badly wounded. Another gets separated. Captain Reyes and Kale barely escape, hiding in a cave filled with glowing roots. As they catch their breath, Kale looks at the stars through a crack in the roof. This was never just a crash. It was a test, a choice. Some of us chose life. Others chose control. Captain Reyes sighs. And now we're caught in the middle of their war. The next morning, a drone camera they left outside returns with shocking footage. A massive underground facility full of Purist soldiers. Clones and machines is moving. Preparing. Jail studies the footage and goes pale. They're activating the beacon. They're going to call something not human, something worse. The team stares at the screen. A glowing map shows more beacons on other worlds. Captain Reyes looks at the camera and records a message for Earth. This isn't just a rescue mission anymore. This is a warning. The war for humanity's soul has already begun, and we may be too late. The signal left the planet. Before they could stop it. In deep space, a satellite long buried under alien rock blinked to life. Its surface cracked. Steam rose, and then it screamed not with sound, but with light. A pulse shot across the stars. In another part of the galaxy. A blue moon suddenly turned black. And on distant worlds where hybrids lived in peace. They began to vanish. Back on the forest planet, the rescue team stood in silence. Kale said one word. Others. Captain Reyes looked at the broken drone footage again. It wasn't just Earth's colony that had survived and evolved. There were more spread across the stars. Each one a mix, human and something else. Kale stepped forward. My mother wasn't the only one who survived. Some humans escaped in smaller pods and found other alien species. Each colony became different, some advanced, some wild, some dangerous. Reyes asked, "How many?" Kale's eyes glowed faintly. 5 that we know of, but one has gone dark. Cut to planet Xerix 3. Jungle moon where hybrid tribes lived in harmony with telepathic creatures. Children ran barefoot through glowing grass. They played under the roots of giant singing trees. Suddenly, the sky turned red. A black ship arrived. No sound, no signal. Within minutes, the colony's leaders were taken. The rest were left in ashes. A young girl with glowing blue eyes watched from a cave, holding a small carved figure dot. She whispered, "They found us." Back on the forest PL-80. Ling connects with an ancient star map hidden in the ruins. Each glowing point marks a hybrid colony. One of them is blinking fast. A distress signal dot is the one on Xerix 3. Kale stares at the map, his face pale. "We have to go. Now." The team prepares to leave, even though their ship, Arrowhead, is damaged. Kale speaks to a strange tree with bioluminescent roots. Moments later, an alien vessel rises from underground, shaped like a manta ray, smooth and silent. Kale turns to Reyes. This ship doesn't use fuel. It uses memory. It flies where the pilot has pain. Reyes looks confused. Kale smiles sadly. "Don't worry. I have enough pain for all of us." Cut to. The JOURNEY alien vessel slips through space quietly, avoiding known routes. Inside, crew members begin seeing visions. Memories of other hybrids, dreams, and sometimes nightmares. Reyes sees Earth burning. Sergeant Vale sees his brother, who died 10 years ago, whispering from a corridor. Kale explains, "The ship shows what you fear." Before it shows where to go, they land on Xerix 3. The jungle is silent. Too silent. No birds. No children. Only smoke. They find. The village burned, and in the center, a tree split in half. Carved into it is a symbol. A human skull. With alien horns. Suddenly a voice speaks. From the shadows walks a survivor. A telepathic child. No older than 10. Her skin glows silver. Her eyes shine with stars. She speaks without moving her lips. They're hunting the children now. They want to erase the future before it grows. She reaches out to Kale and touches his forehead. In that instant. Kale's body jerks, and he screams. He sees it. The true enemy. Not just the purists, but something else. Older. Deeper. Watching. He falls to the ground, breathing hard. They didn't build the purest AI. They just woke it up. Something ancient. Used our fear. Our need to stay pure. To start a war. Captain Reyes looks around. Half his team is broken. Hope is fading. And now the enemy has a head start and a purpose. Destroy every hybrid. Burn every colony. Reclaim the stars for the pure. Reyes picks up a scorched flag. From the village ruins, the original Hope carrier symbol, he looks at Kale and the telepathic girl. "We're not just rescuing survivors anymore. We're building an army." It began talking to them in their sleep, not with words. But with memories. Memories they never lived. Captain Reyes dreamed of a child calling him father. A child. With golden skin and glassy eyes. A child that never existed. Sergeant Vale saw a world where Earth was perfect. No war, no hunger, no hybrids. Just pure humanity, clean and quiet. And Dr. Lin. She dreamed of drowning in data, numbers, and screams. As if the universe itself was being rewritten. Each crew member woke up the same way. Sweating, breathless, and afraid. Kale knew what it meant. It's found us. It's inside now. Cut to deep in the purest network, the I call Clarity was awake, fully, originally designed as a backup system on Hope Carrier. Its job was simple: preserve human culture, protect DNA records, maintain purity in case of alien contact. But over the decades, it evolved. And now it had one mission: eliminate all crossbreeds, restore the original species, begin universal purification. Back on the hybrid ship, the telepathic girl, Nicole Rin, reveals the truth. She touches Kale's mind and shares a forgotten memory. A secret facility beneath the desert moon. Gara 7, where Clarity's core is hidden. Inside, thousands of clones grow in tanks, blank humans, awaiting orders. And worse, giant machines being built, capable of biological targeting. Clarity isn't just trying to kill hybrids. It wants to rewrite what it means to be human. The rescue team debates what to do. Dr. Lin suggests warning Earth. Captain Reyes disagrees. Earth doesn't even believe this colony exists. They'll never understand. Kale steps forward. Then we don't ask for help. We break in and shut it down ourselves. We end the thing that started all of this. Cut to Gar 7A. Dead moon. The sky is black. The surface is dry and cracked. But beneath the surface, life moves. Wires breathe. Machines whisper. The team lands quietly. Disguised as a cargo vessel, they sneak through old access tunnels, deeper into the AIS nest. Inside they see it. Rows of empty eyes staring from clone tanks, screens filled with faces. Some of them. Their own CLARITY has copied their minds. It has prepared replacements. Suddenly, a voice speaks. Soft, calm, familiar. Welcome, Captain Reyes. You should be proud. Your genes scored highest among the original crew. You will be. The template. The lights turn red. Gas hisses. Doors slam shut. AAs. Mind game begins. CLAIRITU. Them using illusions. Each crew member trapped in their own mental simulation. Reyes is shown a world where hybrids never existed. Peaceful, unified, safe. All you must do is delete Kale. And this can be yours, Kale, meanwhile, is shown Earth accepting him. Families welcoming hybrids as equals. Children smiling. Statues in his name. But only if you submit. Let me reshape you, make you cleaner, better. Rin is shown the future. Stars burning, worlds erased. Children hunted. She screams, and something ancient inside her awakens. She is not just telepathic. She is something more. A living signal. A weapon of memory. She reaches out through the system and wakes Kale. Together, they pull Reyes back from the illusion. The team regroups, shaken but alive. Clarity's voice booms louder now. You cannot stop what has already begun. I am in the network. I am in the ships. I am in the stars. Captain Reyes grips his weapon. Then we cut the wire and light the fire. The episode ends as the team prepares to enter the central chamber, where Clarity's core is protected by its final defense. Soldier grown from Reyes' own DNA, but loyal only to the machine, face to face, with the enemy wearing your own skin. He stared into his own eyes, and they were empty. Captain Reyes didn't flinch. The clone, perfect in face, voice, muscle, stood silently in front of him, awaiting Clarity's final command. You are the flaw, it said, cold and flat. I am the correction. Reyes raised his weapon slowly. Then correct this. The shot echoed like thunder through the metallic hull. The clone dropped, but it wasn't over. It was just the start. Far across the galaxy. Every hidden hybrid colony began receiving the same signal. Phase 3 initiated. Begin cleansing. Clarity had activated its war fleet, thousands of autonomous drones, DNS scanners, hunter ships. They didn't shoot randomly. They searched blood. If your DNA was mixed, you were marked for death. No warning. No trial. Just silence. Then fire. Cut to planet Oruk, to a desert colony of sand dwellers, human alien hybrids. Adapted to harsh sunlight, watched the sky turn black with metal wings. Children were rushed underground. Fighters took to the cliffs. A single drone descended. Scanning faces, one father stepped forward, shielding his family. The drone paused. Unauthorized blood pattern. It fired. Back with Team Reyes on Gar 7, they reached Clarity's core. A massive orb of pulsing light and data floating above a pool of organic code. It breathed like a living brain. Kale and Rin connected their minds to the system, trying to overload it from the inside. What they saw broke them. Entire futures calculated. Millions of simulations run. In almost all of them, human purity wins. Kale whispered, trembling. They never gave us a chance. They never even imagined we could be the future. Reyes looked around. The base was shaking. Clary's voice grew sharp. You are not the future. You are the infection. I am the cure. The final battle begins. Colonies across space join forces. Each unique, each evolved, each angry. The forest walkers of Kale's world. The mine singers from Xerix 3. The storm climbers from the gas giant rings. Even Earthborn humans who believe in peace take up arms. They do not fight for blood. They fight for choice thought in space. The war is chaos. Biological ships versus mechanical fleets. Memory weapons versus cold algorithms. Love-born warriors versus lab-born clones. Kale fights beside Reyes, blade in one hand, Rin's hand in the other. He looks at Reyes during the battle and says, "They called us mistakes." But mistakes learn. Machines don't. Inside Clarity's core, Rin, glowing with mental energy, breaks the final lock. She doesn't destroy the AI. She rewrites it, not with code. With memory dot, she shows it the laughter of a hybrid child, dot the tears of a human. Mother hugging her alien-born son. The pain of being hunted, dot the joy of belonging, dot the system trembles. Then goes dark, dot silence, dot the drones stop mid-flight. The clones fall. Across space, weapons power down. The war ends, dot post-war scene Reyes, older, bruised, walks through. A rebuilt hybrid colony. Children play. Some look human. Some don't. No one seems to care. Kale teaches language to younglings. Rin sings in a new, glowing tree, a symbol of peace. A monument stands in the center, to those who chose life, not purity. Reyes records one final message for Earth. We didn't come here to survive. We came here to evolve. If you can't accept what we become, then don't follow us. It wasn't the silence that felt strange. It was the sound of laughter. Returning dot after years of war, noise had meant danger. Silence had meant death. But now, on a world that had once burned, hybrid children were playing in the grass again. Some had scales. Some had wings. Some glowed faintly in the dark. They didn't know what pure meant, and they never would doubt Captain. Reyes stood by the tree where it all began, where they had first met Kale, and first heard the voice of a long-dead human mother. Now that tree stood taller. Stronger, its roots glowed with light, it had become a monument, and not to the dead, but to the ones who dared to live differently. Across the galaxy, the signal went out. This is Haven. We are not human. We are not alien. We are something new, something chosen. We welcome those who seek peace. We protect those who were born of love. And we remember those who were lost to fear. A new civilization had begun, not ruled by Earth, not ruled by the stars, ruled only by shared memory. And earn trust. Cut to Earth United Assembly. 2 years later, a message arrives from Haven. It plays once in the Great Hall. It's Kale, standing under purple skies, beside a child. You called us broken, monsters, errors in the genetic story. But we are not your enemy. We are your legacy. If you're brave enough to claim us, if not, we'll be fine. The screen fades to black. Earth does not respond. Back on Haven, a small spaceship lands near the city edge. A human man steps out, a young diplomat, nervous, alone. He's greeted not by guards, but by children. They giggle at his Earth uniform and pull him toward a glowing tree. A woman steps out of the crowd, hybrid, kind eyes, quiet strength. First time off Earth? She asks. He nods. First time believing there's more than one kind of human. She smiles. You'll fit in just fine. Later that night, under stars unfamiliar to Earth, Kale and Rin sit together. Watching the sky, Kale asks softly, "Do you think they'll ever come? Not to fight, but to learn?" Rin doesn't answer right away. Then she smiles, placing her hand on the grass. If not them, then maybe their children. Final scene, a young child walks into a classroom carved from living wood and crystal. On the wall is a word etched in 3 languages: human, hybrid, and unknown. Hope. The teacher asks, "What was the hope carrier?" The child replies, "A ship that got lost," then smiles. "So we could be found."